The next step in our plan is to build a website, and that seems pretty obvious. A website is a target for our social media campaign, and it's a great destination for sending our people to a place so that they can interact with us. They can register, they can subscribe, they can comment, and they can purchase our services here. This is our home base on the web, and we want to make this site exciting, engaging, and we want to call them to action and make it very clear and easy for them to do what we need them to do, whether it be to register, subscribe, or to buy something. So website, very key to our plan. We'll look at our plan really quick here. Next step, get a website. I always recommend Bluehost. They're $6.95 a month. They're local to our Utah community here, and they're really good at their customer service and support. Like any company, they do have occasional problems and some downtime. You'll have to deal with that almost anywhere you go. These guys are really on top of it though, and they work hard to make things right. I also recommend WordPress for your website. WordPress is actually built right into Bluehost, so it's an easy solution there. But even if you don't go with Bluehost, try and look at some WordPress templates for your site. WordPress is an easy way to manage your content. It's a very popular foundational technology. It's really terrific and easy to use. You can get lots of free templates for WordPress at wordpress.org. You can also download their software there as well. So start up your Facebook. That's our next step in our plan. Getting a Facebook account right now is going to allow us to begin to develop that as we approach the next phase in our campaign and are ready for it. But we need to do this right away. This is going to allow us to maintain friendships with a lot more people than we could touch if we were just meeting people in person. Start your account now if you haven't done that already. First, go out and find your family and friends from school and work. Browse your friends of friends and invite other people that you know. And start talking every day. Focus on relevant topics and make comments on other people's comments. Get involved in your community. Create a group, post your blogs, comment, participate as much as possible. Start engaging with your Facebook crowd. So quickly we'll visit our plan again, start a Facebook page, create your account, just go to facebook.com, it's free and very easy. Make some friends, go out and find friends of friends. That's a great way to find people you know but haven't been in contact for a while. And then start a group or a page, focus on your topic, and make sure that page is relevant to your website. Next step is to start tweeting. You've heard of Twitter, you may be using Twitter. It's a terrific microblogging type website that allows you to post quick and irrelevant content. It's a great place to announce your news, to expand your fan base, and really the most important is to conduct research. Twitter is a terrific tool to understand what other people are saying about your market or your products. So go get an account on Twitter. Again, very easy and it's free. Follow like-minded people. Go out and do some research and find people who are out on Twitter as well and follow them. It just takes one click. It's very easy. You gain followers by following other people, but you can also now start to broadcast your presence on Twitter on your website and also in your Facebook page. And then Twitter makes a great place to go and research keywords and trends. A great place to do that is on TweetDeck. TweetDeck is a tool that is free. It's a free application that you can run on your desktop, and it allows you to go out and do some research. I'll show you what I've done here. This is TweetDeck, a picture of TweetDeck, and these are columns. Across the top of each column are the names of the search terms that I've plugged in here, and now what I'm seeing is a live stream of all of the posts to Twitter that relate to my search term. So I can quickly do a couple of things. My first column is my local social group. These are people that I know and that I like to follow because they're local and they're in the social media marketing category, so I like to see what they're all saying. The next category is a partner of ours named Trevani. This is a company name, and I've done a search for Trevani, meaning I want to see what people are saying about that particular group. The next column, you'll see that it has a hashtag in front of it, a little number sign, and then it says Iran election. I can actually watch people posting to the hashtag Iran election, and this is like watching the news in real time. I get people making comments here, and I can see exactly what's happening anywhere around the world. And the same thing with this last column. I've done a hashtag search for iPhone. Now this is different than searching for just the word iPhone. If I were to search for just iPhone, that means I'm getting any conversation out there that just simply mentions iPhone. You might have somebody say, hey, I just sent that to you on my iPhone. Well, that's not as important to me as people who are specifically talking about news related to iPhone. And people who are talking about news related to iPhone will put a hashtag in front of the term to help distinguish it, and now I can search for that distinct string of characters and I can find information about the iPhone in particular. So that's TweetDeck. You'll notice, well, I just kind of went over this. The general term Trevanny and the specific term of hashtag iPhone is how I might set up different searches to learn more about those topics. Remember too that other people are watching your posts to Twitter. Anything you say or do out there is being searched and researched by other people. So make sure your information is either relevant or on topic or not too spammy. You don't want to be seen as a spammer out here in the Twitterverse. Let's visit our plan again really quick. Start tweeting at this point. Again, it's important to do this early and start getting the hang of it. We're going to actually revisit this whole process later on in our plan. We want to get out there and create an account at twitter.com, search for a topic using hashtags, use TweetDeck. You can get that at tweetdeck.com and it's free. And start to follow people. Go out and seek mentors and like-minded people. All right, the next thing we're going to do is blog it. A blog is a website, essentially, but it's set up in a way that you can add and manage all of your content very easily. It's a great place to build a foundation for your voice and community, and it kind of becomes like an interactive newsletter. So start a blog as part of your website strategy. WordPress is my favorite solution. You can go out and download the open source WordPress software and load it onto your own server and begin use it within 15 or 20 minutes if you're pretty good with that stuff. Lots of documentation out there, very easy to deal with. If you want to just get a free blog, not on your own server, but just go out and get a free blog, go to wordpress.com or blogger.com and you can just sign up for a blog and have your own blog hosted by these great companies, and you're off and running within just a couple of minutes. You can download the WordPress software from wordpress.org. Start with a blog plan. Figure out your direction. What are you going to blog about? Make sure it's on topic, and make sure you kind of have a plan for the type of content you're going to develop there. What are your objectives? What do you want readers to do when they come and visit your blog? Because they will find you through the search engines and through referring sites. Make sure you have a plan for what you want them to do. Do you want them to click somewhere and go to your website? Do you want them to register as a subscriber? Or do you want them to buy something right off your blog right then and there? Have an idea for that. Figure out what your imagery is going to look like. What colors do you want to use? Do you want to have a formal site? Do you want to have a fun and fancy free site? Have all this in mind as you begin to develop your blog. Go out and find 3 keywords that are going to be posted to your blog regularly. Have these in mind and have them nearby so that you can always refer to them and try to build them into your content always. Determine where you're going to put your blog, whether it's on your domain or a subdomain or a separate server like wordpress.com. And your schedule is very important. Frequency is a big issue when you're blogging. Imagine we have a timeline here, and we're going to segment this timeline into months. So now we have a handful of months here, and we've built our site at the left side of this timeline, and we've put our first post up there. Terrific. The search engines are kind of going to come and visit this site, and they're going to say, hey, there's new content here. This is really exciting. Well, if they come back in just a short period of time and there is no change, no new content, they're going to actually reschedule you and determine that your site may be kind of stagnant. So they're going to schedule you out a little farther. And if there's no change, a little farther yet. And if there's no change, they'll come back to you even later. They'll schedule you for another visit later in the year, for instance. Well, the problem is if you post again right about here in our timeline, Google isn't going to index you for, in this case, a couple of months.